Hey everybody, welcome to today's video on the channel, and in today's video I have an updated pet guide for y'all in 2023. Now, a lot of things have not changed over the years, but some things have, and a lot of people have been asking me to make a kind of video like this explaining, how do you know so much about pets? And I'm going to share the things I have learned and the assets I use to hopefully help you guys make your pets in the game. I'm going to try to organize this video as best as I can so you guys can kind of follow along with like timestamps or something like that. But if you guys do enjoy this video at all or find it useful, feel free to leave a like rating and sub. I do post every day, if not every other day, and I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get right into the first point. There are different kinds of pets in the game. There is PvE pets, PvP pets, decathlon pets, Jade pets. There's a lot of different pets in the game, right? So, for example, here on my death, I have a PvE pet, which is the one right here on the right. Basically, all damage on a Filosaur. That is the best PvE pet for every school. And you're going to want it on the frill for the set bonus, and the set bonus changes depending on your school. Obviously, get into that a bit later on. But the one on the left is a PvP pet. As you can see, I don't have all damage. I have different talents. I have damage, pierce, and resist on this pet, right? And a pet for like decathlon, say, you're not going to want stats on that pet because decathlon, there's no stats allowed. So what people will do is they'll get main casts on their pets, and you can see that on screen right here with a couple I have. They're not that great, but you can kind of get the idea. Again, the one on the left is PvP, and the one on the right is more of like a decathlon or an extracurricular event type of thing in Wiz. Now, if you are curious about what pets to run on each school, I have made a video in the past talking about the best PvP, the best PvE pets for every single school on the channel here, so you guys can check that out if you want to. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the talents, the numbers, and obviously the snacks you need to build a pet and why you want certain stats. So starting off with PvE. Obviously in PvE, you don't really care about your resist, your crit. It doesn't really matter, those stats, or your block rating. So what you'll see most people do in the PvE meta, at least at like the high, the high whiz head nerd kind of play, is just run all damage with a selfish talent. So I have 5 damages right here, and I socket a thinking cap to beef up all 5 of these to give me 5 more damage, basically. Now, thinking cap and mighty are the 2 talents you need to max out your stats for PvE damage pets. Okay, guys? Now, the next thing you're probably wondering is, Liam, I've tried to make this pet, but my pet doesn't look like yours, right? Your pet might be 3 instead of 4, or 9 or 10 instead of 11, and that is because the pet numbers on the right here. So you just open your spellbook, hit the pet icon, and on the right side here, you'll see your strength, intellect, and stuff like that. Now, if you hover over it, it will tell you which does what, basically. The most important stats for PvE pets are going to be your strength, your will, and your power. Your agility and your intellect has nothing to do with damage, so you don't have to show these any kind of love. But you need the strength, will, and the power to be a certain number to get the maximum amount of stats on a pet, or like a 2.0 pet is what they're also called, if you will. Now, what I use to figure out if my pet is, max stats for PvP or PvE is, I think it's Weebly Pet Calc. I'll probably link that in the top pinned comment if you guys want to use that. But basically, if I hatch and I get a pet back, do I have a baby pet on me by chance or no? I don't think I do. But if I get a pet back and I hatch it right away without training, I can see the pet numbers, right? So I can put those pet numbers into the calculator, and it'll tell me if my numbers are high enough, right? If it's like 3.5, obviously 5 rounds up to like the next thing, which would be 4. But if it's below 3.5, then your pet isn't going to be max stats, for example, like for Breaker or something. So I use Weebly Pet Calc, and it's pretty useful. And that is something that took me a while to find, but it is a very good asset for pet making, guys. Now, next up, I want to talk about the pet talents and, kind of describe to you guys which pet does what. So, as you can see here on screen, my talents right here, there's epic, there is rare, there is ultra rare, and I think there might be one more. Is there? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but epic, ultra rare, and rare is typically your main go-to talents right now. Oh, also common. Common is one as well. I forgot about that. Now, boon and what is it? Boon and bringer are, I believe, rare and common. I think boon is common, and I think bringer is rare. And then pain giver, storm giver, and dealer are all ultra rare. I'm pretty sure. Somebody can fact check me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure that is what these are. So, for example, right, if I'm looking at like a new pet body, let me try to find y'all one real quick so I can kind of explain what I'm saying, because it might be a bit confusing that I already have the talents like the pet made, right? So let me find a baby pet for y'all real quick here, or something a little bit more new. We'll take Baxter here, the dragon, the myth dragon. So as you can see, Baxter here has a lot of different stuff: ultra rare, epic, common, rare, uncommon, that kind of thing, right? So this one right here, ultra rare, could be dealer, right? Epic is not any damage at all, so you don't have to worry about that. Common could be, boon, storm boon, myth boon, whatever. Uncommon, actually, I got this wrong. Uncommon is your school's giver, and ultra rare is pain giver. And ultra rare is also dealer. So I got that wrong just a second ago. My bad, guys. So ultra rare right here could be dealer or pain giver. Common could be boon for any school. Rare could be bringer for any school. And yada yada, so forth. I think you guys kind of get what I'm saying, right? So you can look at your pool, and when you hatch a lot, you'll be, you'll know where your storm dealer is. For example, if I go back to my other pet here, right, my storm dealer is right here. This is an ultra rare, so this could go up by 1, or down by 1, or up by 2. You can kind of track your pool a bit, and you want to try to get that stuff lined up with other things, like the pool you're hatching with, and you're going to want to do that to increase the odds of your pet not failing as often. Now, on the topic of your pet not failing as often, there's a couple of things you can do. And the first thing you can do is build a base. Now, base pets are basically how you save your progress, right? If you're somebody like me, I love to just full send my pets all the way up to Mega. Hope they don't fail. Works sometimes, not very often though, but if you're very serious about making a pet, you're going to want to have a base. So let's say I am hatching my dragon. Where is my dragon? With another dragon, and then I get a dragon base. A lot of dragon talk, my bad. But let's say I hatch this dragon with the one on the right? I'm going to want to get a new dragon and save a base of that dragon. So let me try to find one in my bank here. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about when I say a base. Okay, so on the right here, you'll see this pet is obviously not mega, it's not fully trained, but it does have 2 of those talents that I want to make on my dragon, right? So the one on the right here is going to be a base, and now you're going to want to always keep a base, and then hatch again, and then send one, because that way you're saving your progress, right? So for example, if I have an adult base here on the right, I'm going to hatch again, send that pet to adult, and then I'll choose to take one up to ancient and hope that one doesn't fail. And if it doesn't, I'll take up the other one, and then I'll keep doing that, and as soon as it fails, I'll delete one, hatch again with the new adult or the ancient base, whatever it is, and then rinse and repeat that process until you actually make the pet you want. That is typically what people do to save their progress and make pets efficiently and very quick. That is something I have come to accept and have to do a lot more often, because as a creator, I have a lot of strats and ideas I want to do, a lot of specific pets I want to make. So it is very good. It's the only safe way you can make a pet. Obviously, RNG dictates everything at the end of the day, But those are the only precautions you can really take to make a pet right now, guys, is the Weebly pet calculator to know if your numbers are max, understanding your pool and which rarities are your talents, right? Stuff like that. And then obviously making the pet, saving a base, taking it up, you know, rehatching, stuff like that, rinse and repeat. Those are the 3 most important things you can do when trying to build a pet right now. Now, on the topic of PvP pets, they're a little bit different than PvE pets. Now, PvE pets, you do not need epic, but in PvP pets, you need a lot of epic talents. So this dragon right here is a very good example of what I'm talking about. So this dragon has double resist, universal, a selfish talent, breaker, and dealer. Really solid, really clean pet, very generic, very reliable, just solid, right? So proof and defy, you're going to want that for basically every single level bracket for PvP. Spell proof is epic, so again, the one at the bottom here could be spell proof if I am looking at a new pet body. So track that in your pool, that is epic. Defy is always going to be rare. Mighty is ultra rare. Dealer is ultra rare as well. And then Breaker is also an epic, so if Breaker wasn't right here, as you see on screen, the bottom one would be epic, and then this one would be epic as well. But I already have the talent, so that's why it says Breaker, but it would be epic in like that case, you know? So again, if I take this Baxter pet right here that has no talents, basically what I'm saying is this epic right here could be spell proof. This ultra rare could be dealer or mighty, you know? This uncommon could be a giver. This rare could be, you know, spell defy, stuff like that. You just gotta kind of track your pool and understand things. And when you do manifest a talent and you hatch again, it's pretty likely to move around, but you can track it with obviously the pet pool, right? So those are the most important ones for PvP. A couple of other things I could tell you about is ward is ultra rare as well, just like dealer. And I believe sniper is also ultra rare. I could be wrong about that, but those are basically all the pet talents. I honestly might make a pinned comment about this because it's a lot to talk about, and some people might be better with, you know, seeing it up on screen. So I'll figure that out. But yeah, that's basically everything I got for y'all. And obviously you're gonna need a farm. Like I have 4 different farms on my main account. They're kind of scuffed, but you know, hey, it gets the job done. I have a lot of pets, so you're gonna want to farm for mega snacks and you know, spend a lot of crowns to make pets, because unfortunately that's the way the game is designed right now. If you want to make a pet, you're probably gonna be most likely spending money, because the free-to-play way to make pets is just really not consumer friendly is the best way I could put it. So yeah, be sure you got a lot of megas and use the tips in this video, and you know, with some time and some crowns, you'll, you know, be on your way to make a pretty solid pet. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Again, leave a like, rating, and sub if you made it this far, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, y'all.